Good evening and welcome to the Blueprint Explosive Exclusive. I'm Madhavdas G. Over the last several days, ladies and gentlemen, we've been talking about the role, the statements of the Pakistan Army Chief. Yes, we're talking about General Asim Munir, who in fact has been in the news since the deadly attack in Pahalgam that killed 26 innocent tourists. Just days before the dastardly attack, he's called Kashmir Pakistan's jugular vein, a remark seen as an instigation just ahead of the cowardly attack. Post the terror attack, there are speculation regarding his whereabouts, with reports claiming that Munir had gone missing in action. Some are also suggesting that he has gone into hiding in a bunker in Rawalpindi. In this edition of the Blueprint Explosive Exclusive, we will bring you a full disclosure on the Pakistan Army Chief. Times Now has accessed an intelligence note on Munir, detailing his corrupt past and his role in terror attacks in Kashmir. Let's first begin, in fact, with what has happened, in fact, how he has misused his power and influence to avoid plum posts to his close family members. This is the information that we have. We can quickly, in fact, tell you about what really Munir has done. The first relation that we're talking about is Syed Babar Ali Shah. He is Munir's maternal uncle. He was announced the unofficial king of Islamabad since early 2023. He's been instrumental in many key appointments and promotions. The second individual that we're talking about is Hajra Sohail. The relation is that this is Munir's first cousin, was an ordinary employee in a federal government organization, worked as a scholarship manager at the Park Education Endowment Fund, first appointed to a very senior position without any formal process. Within months, was promoted to the post of CEO of the same organization. Mohsin Naqvi is a close family member of Munir's wife, was made chairman of PCB and interior minister. Property in Naqvi's wife's name has surfaced in the Dubai leaks. Allegedly has laundered over 16 billion rupees to the United States. Now, these are some of the relatives we're talking about. And it's not just that. General Munir faces a slew of corruption charges against him. Let's run you through some of these charges that we're talking about. Now, the charge one is that he has orchestrated court-martials of officers in absentia. This is charge number one. Charge number two is that he targeted thousands of officers whom he perceives as threats within the army. Let's also take you to charge number three that has been leveled. Charge number three is that discriminatory actions have been taken against Pashtun officers in the army. Charge number four, that there was aggressive push to sign away natural resource assets to foreign nations as well. Charge number five, that he sought 90 crore rupees as extortion money from the CEO of a Pakistan company, Master Tiles. Now, all of these are information that is very much specifically mentioned over there. Let's go across to Rishabh. Rishabh, these are very, very serious charges that Asim Munir faces, because it's not just about nepotism or promoting one's own family members, but it is also about corruption that, Asim Munir will have to answer for within Pakistan.
Well, Madhav, as people say that generally countries have army, here an army has a country. And General Asim Munir, who is the chief of staff for armed forces of Pakistani army, has created Pakistan into his private limited entity. All his cousins, his uncles, wife's friend, wife's relative have taken over the key positions in Islamabad and have been running the economy of Pakistan like it's his own business. And this showcases how the military influence on everything from a nail to the real estate of Islamabad, the defense housing corporation as well, or for that matter the postings, the promotions. The awards that were being given in Pakistan was being done on the behest of Asim Munir. The way he has used this whole just to fill in his own coffer showcases that what Pakistan is in right now, the way its economy is crumbling, the reason is Pakistani army and its chief Asim Munir. And now that there are tensions looming over India-Pakistan, he is nowhere to be seen. He is, in military language, MIA, missing in action.
Right, Rishabh, stay with us because this is the first part of the story that we're breaking. But I want to quickly take this across to our guest. Joining us, with us is Lalit Ambardar, activist. Also with us is Colonel Shalendra Singh, who's a defense expert. We have Barrister Waqas Khan, legal and political analyst, joining us. Adnan Kaisar is a defense expert joining us on the show. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for joining us. Let me begin with you first. Adnan Kaisar, very, very serious charges that the Pakistan Army chief faces. He's facing charges of corruption. And look at the kind of actions in terms of signing away natural resources and targeting sections of the army.
Well, first of all, thank you very much for having me, and good afternoon to all your viewers. Unfortunately, I have to respectfully rebut all your premise because it is not substantiated. All these allegations are mere hearsay and they do not hold any water. They are just speculations, as happens everywhere in our subcontinent. It's part of our culture. So there is no public evidence about the corruption charges as you have narrated. So I have nothing to speak.
Let's go one by one. Who is this individual that we're talking about? The kind of relatives that he has got posted in important positions. Are you saying that even that is wrong? Are you saying that there is no such relative? All these names are wrong. These individuals are wrong. They're not related to him.
Listen, first of all, every important person, when he comes to power, it is natural for him to appoint close relatives.
Oh,
so
really?
There is nothing unusual.
There's a term for that.
It's
called nepotism.
It is
Syed Babar Ali Shah is his maternal uncle, who of course has been instrumental in key appointments. Hajra Sohail is a first cousin. There's also his wife's relative who we are talking about over here, who has also got, in fact, Mohsin Naqvi, who of course has got plum posts. All of these, you're saying it's very natural.
No, you are reading too much than what has been written. So that is the problem, you know. There is, this could be a part of, this is part of the culture of subcontinent. So people who are...
well, please don't paint us with the same brush. There is no such culture in our subcontinent and definitely not in India. Lalit Ambardar would like to respond to him. He says this is very normal. ये तो subcontinent में चलता है.
Can you imagine? This is being acknowledged. He has been indulging in nepotism even while he's in service. Can you imagine? You also need to understand it's not possible in Pakistan to throw allegations or to make allegations on the military chief, because as you know, Pakistan is run from not from Islamabad. Islamabad is a facade. Pakistan is run from GHQ headquarters, Rawalpindi. So it's not, and Asim Munir happens to be a theo-fascistic army commander. He's an Hafiz. And then when you heard recently how he re-enunciated, recalled two-nation theory of exclusivity and incompatibility of Islam is a hatred towards Hindus. That's what he did. But you have to understand, his predecessor, ISI chief was Faiz Hamid. He is facing corruption charges in real estate only after he got into bad books of the commander. Okay. So when Asim Munir's tenure is over, somebody overthrows him, he's decided to replace him. Okay. You will get to know about it. The same Pakistani representative will say, then I hope he will not say this is part of our culture, but it's no, Pakistan Army runs Pakistan, their political establishments, they want to have their people in their own
Stay with us, Lalit Ambardar and other guests. Let's quickly just break this down. What we're talking about in terms of the exact nature of all of these individuals. In fact, before I go across the terror files, I will in fact just like to show the earlier files as well of the relatives. If I can just request our production team to pull out the earlier files of the relatives. This is what we're talking about. Syed Babar Ali Shah, this is the relative we are talking about, the maternal uncle, is literally the unofficial king of Islamabad since early 2023 is what we are told. He's instrumental in several key appointments and promotions. Let's quickly bring the next relative that we're talking about, Hajra Sohail, relation Munir's first cousin, an ordinary government employee in a federal government organization and has worked as a scholarship manager at the Pakistan Education Endowment Fund. First appointed to a very senior position without any formal process. Within months, promoted to the post of CEO of the very same organization. Mohsin Naqvi is the other person we're talking about, a chairman of PCB and interior minister. He's a close family member of Munir's wife. Property in Naqvi's wife's name surfaced in Dubai leaks as per the intelligence note that we've accessed. Allegedly laundered over 16 billion rupees to the United States. Mind-boggling figure that has been allegedly money laundered. Let's quickly, before I go across to that, get in a quick comment from Barrister Waqas Khan. Barrister Waqas Khan, are you also going to come out and say, "This is सब तो बहुत normal है"? This is pretty much par for course when it comes to the Pakistan Army.
सबसे पहले मैं कहूंगा कि वतन की फिक्र कर दादा, मुसीबत आने वाली है, तेरी बर्बादियों मशवरे हैं आसमानों में, ना समझोगे तो मिट जाओगे हिंदुस्तान वालों, दास्तां तक ना रहेगी तुम्हारी दास्तानों में। आप ही के टीवी के एक प्रोग्राम में इससे पहले मैं बात कर रहा था और वहां पे बवासीर का मरीज, खंजीर का बच्चा, एक मेजर गौरव आलू जो वहां पे बैठ के पाकिस्तान के खिलाफ बकवास कर रहा था, गाय का पेशाब।
नहीं, एक सेकंड अपनी लैंग्वेज में पहली बात आप जबान पे लगाम संभालिए थोड़ा, इस तरह की यहाँ पे आके फालतू की बातें मत करिए और सिंपल सी बात, आप जो पूछा गया सवाल उसका जवाब दीजिए। समझ रहे हैं आप? आपके जो पाकिस्तान आर्मी चीफ पे करप्शन के चार्जेस हैं, आप ही को लूटा जा रहा है, आपके आवाम को लूटा जा रहा है, उसका जवाब दीजिए।
मैं उसी पे बात कर रहा हूँ,
उसी पे बात नहीं कर रहे हैं, सब्जेक्ट पे बात करिए आप।
मेरी बात तो सुने ना,
नहीं बात आप जो पूछा जा रहा है उस पर बात करें, आपकी कमेंट और तमीज से बात करेंगे तो आपको समय दिया जाएगा, नहीं तो नहीं दिया जाएगा।
दोनों जो जहां पे साहिबान बैठे इनके साथ में 3-4 दफा डिबेट में रहा, इन्होंने भी हमेशा मुहज्जब बात की, मैंने भी हमेशा मुहज्जब बात की और मैंने कभी अदब के दायरे से, लेकिन
आप यहाँ पे बदतमीजी कर रहे थे सर। अगर आप सब्जेक्ट डिस्कस करना चाहते तो आप बैठे नहीं, आप उठ के जा सकते हैं।
कोशिश कर रहे हैं, अगर आप इस तरह की बात करेंगे तो
नहीं,
अगर आप पाकिस्तान की आर्मी के खिलाफ इस तरह की बकवास करेंगे या आर्मी के खिलाफ इस तरह की बात करें, गालियां देने के लिए, आपके जो मेजर गौरव पाकिस्तान के खिलाफ बदतमीजी कर रहे हैं, बैठ के आपको तमीज करनी चाहिए, आपको तमीज और तहजीब की बात करनी चाहिए। जिस तरीके से आप पाकिस्तान की सरहदों में belong to a dirtier country, but we are not here to listen to a dirty language. आपकी
बैरिस्टर वकास खान, आपको बोलने का मौका दिया गया, आपने बिल्कुल अपने मौके को गवा दिया है। आई एम नाउ गोइंग टू गो अक्रॉस टू कर्नल शैलेंद्र सिंह। कर्नल शैलेंद्र सिंह, of course, he has exposed his mindset and mentality with a kind of dirty language, street language that he is using over here. But it's a legitimate question. These are charges that the Pakistan Army chief is facing over there. Rather than responding to the issues at hand, look at the kind of response that we are getting.
Jai Hind, Namaskar. I must tell you one thing. For the benefit of all the Pakistani panelists, I would support them. You know what they are trying to say? Munir does not have any relative at all. He was never even ever married. So how can he have a wife? And if at all, how can the wife have another cousin of there or any uncle of there? So Munir was born just like that, and that is the way he is. And I think I will support them. Now they will say we don't have an army chief as General Munir, but they have heard about a Maulana Munir. That is what is the Pakistanis are trying to say. My dear friends in Pakistan, face the facts, smell the coffee. We are trying to bring to you something which is important to you. I can understand if everything is speculation, then so is the army chief, because he is no more army chief. So that is also speculation. You are saying that reading between the lines. No, we want you to read the lines. You must get educated to understand. You are still claiming to be a democracy, if at all you are. But the Awam is very clear. The message was very clear. You saw it when the protest for Imran happened. How the Corps Commander house was burned. Why those Corps Commanders were sacked. Why a Air Marshal has been sacked very recently. Why is he under arrest in a guest house, in a cantonment? Please understand, until unless you as a Awam will get up and demand justice, not only for yourself but for your country, you will continue to have this loot.
Adnan Kaisa, respond to that. I want you to come in on this because, sir, these are very important charges. And you see, in any country, you know, when you have someone in an important position, you say that you are a democracy. If there are such serious charges of corruption and nepotism, why not face them? Talk about it.
Listen, patience. This is all cheap and nonsensical allegations which do not hold any water. I was here for an academic discussion on Pahalgam. You brought this discussion.
Yes,
there are unsubstantiated allegations and I deny them categorically. So
sir, you are saying this is very normal. Just a few minutes ago, you said this is normal. Now you're saying you are denying them. Make up your mind, sir.
I am rebutting them. I am rebutting them on camera. I am rebutting them. There is no evidence whatsoever in Pakistan about.
Sir, we are naming the persons, we are naming their relationship with the individual concerned, and we are talking about the violation in terms of how they got a particular job. The specifics are out there. We'll let our viewers judge. Our viewers can judge whether it is right, wrong, and how really they want to believe or disbelieve them. But I can tell you this, that even in your own country, the kind of responses that I'm seeing on social media, there's a huge chunk of the population in Pakistan that is absolutely disgusted with the manner in which your Pakistan Army Chief is leading the country and the army today. And he will have to pay for that from the people of Pakistan, if not India, at some point of time. But please stay with us. Let's take you to the second part of the intel note that my colleague Rishabh has accessed. And this is what we are going to tell you as far as the role of General Asim Munir is concerned. This is what he has done in terms of orchestrating attacks in Jammu and Kashmir. As the DG of ISI in February 2019, 44 security personnel killed in the Pulwama attack. There's also, of course, as his role as the Army Chief in May of 2024, terrorists opening fire on a couple from Jaipur. Also, of course, as Army Chief, a bus carrying Hindu pilgrims attacked in Jammu. 9 people died and 33 people were injured in that attack on June 2024. In October of 2024, 6 migrant workers and doctors were shot dead as well. The TRF had claimed responsibility for the attack at that point of time. Also in November of 2024, 11 people injured in a grenade attack in Srinagar. 26 innocent tourists shot dead in Pahalgam as well. These are some of the instances that General Asim Munir has been responsible for. And of course, let's quickly bring in Lalit Ambardar on this. Lalit Ambardar, it's not just today. Here is an individual who has been taking this kind of action for years now, working directly against the interest of India.
See, this Pakistan Army Chief, current Army Chief, he is a rabid Islamist. He's a I don't call him, in fact, a general. General is a very sophisticated term for a professional army can claim to be. He's a Lashkar. He's a jihadist wearing a khaki. That's it. And then India has been always on their hit list, not only because India is a country, not only because they have betrayed their motherland on 14th of August 1947. How did these Pakistanis come into this world? They didn't fall from heaven. They didn't fall from, no, they don't belong to heaven. They didn't fall from the sky, nor did they come out to the earth. They were Indian nationals till August 14, 1947. And they betrayed their then mother in India in the name of Islam, in the name of two-nation theory, and created Pakistan, which was midwifed by Britain, their masters, Imperial Britain. And that's how the beginning, the origin of Pakistan are fraud. They are scandalous. They are based on illegitimacy. So therefore, they always try to prove their legitimacy. They always try to prove their authenticity. They teach their children that the first citizen of Pakistan was Muhammad Qasim, who invaded Sindh 1,000 years ago. All their missiles are named after Babar, Ghaznavi. Only all those people who inflicted genocide on Hindus, including their own ancestors. They were all once Hindus. They were converted by Babar and these Khiljis and Ghaznavis and Ghaznis, and they are eulogizing the very perpetrators, the prosecutors of their ancestors. That is there. So inflicting trouble on India, inflicting genocidal on Hindus, it is what Pakistan exists on.
Absolutely.
Today,
bring in Colonel Shalendra Singh.
Colonel
Shalendra Singh. Colonel Shalendra Singh, I want you to come in on this as well, because we saw a few days before what happened in Pahalgam, we saw that speech, and many have said that the kind of attack and the manner in which it has taken place, it is exactly what he stated that he has implemented on ground. But that's not for the first time. In the past as well, we've seen how people who are from outside of the state have been targeted, how Hindu pilgrims, etc. have been targeted. There's a clear pattern in the manner in which this man thinks.
I think it will be a respect given to Munir if he is to be called as a jihadi. He's not a jihadi. He doesn't know what is jihad. He's not an Islamic man. He's not a Muslim. Because the Islam which I know, the jihad which I know, my Muslim knows, the world knows, is not his Islam. It is not his jihad. What is jihad? You have to overcome the shaitan in you is jihad. What is Islam saying? Islam doesn't tell you to kill innocent people. It is given in the 5.37 verse. Please, the Pakistani panelists can go through it. Go through it carefully. Killing an innocent man is killing the mankind. Is this your jihad? I think Pakistan is not an Islamic state. It is not a Muslim state because the world follows a different Quran and you people are following an entirely illegal, unethical Quran which is anti-human. You people should dare. Can you dare say this, that whatever this Munir is doing is right? He has blood on his face. He has blood on his hand of the people who have died. And who has used this word Hindu? Which army chief has ever used the word Hindu? It is he, the first one. And you find within a week's time what has happened. So there can't be a connection. There is always a coincidence. Is it this a coincidence? It is an absolute clarity that yes, this was masterminded by him, propagated by him, and he's the man who is to be held responsible. Please don't take him as a jihadi. He is not a jihadi. He doesn't know jihad. I think the Pakistan needs to go through the Quran again. Because the Quran which you people have written for yourself is only anti-human. And Quran never teaches you anything anti-human. There is not a better religion than Islam. But you are not being a good Islamist. You are actually bringing down the name. आप लोग को शर्म आनी चाहिए. आप मेरे इस्लाम, मेरे मुसलमान का नाम खराब कर रहे हो.
But you know, Colonel Shalendra, there's one more aspect. There's one more aspect of, you know, many analysts who have tried to analyze this whole situation, saying that this is nothing but an attempt by him to stick on to the seat that he's sitting on and to cling on to power, despite the fact that he's hugely unpopular within the Pakistan army itself. And there are reports of several mass resignations that have taken place also in the Pakistan army today.
Yes. Oh, 100%. We know this. The Pakistanis are fed up of him. The army doesn't like him. As I told you, he is arbitrarily court-martialing people. There are people who are not at all to be blamed. They have to only toe his line, then it's okay. Anybody who doesn't. Who's the air marshal who is under arrest? Can he tell? Can the Pakistan panelists tell? There is the same gentleman who was involved in Kargil war.
Pakistan panelists have run away, sir. They've run away from this debate because they can't handle the truth. They have no answers. They can't handle the truth, and that's why they resort to abuse, because they have absolutely no logical or sane arguments to give us.
Then I take it. Then I will rather say that the panelist is being respectable about himself.
Okay.
Because he knows till how long can he lie. Till how long can he lie?
Okay, Lalit wants to respond to you, sir. Lalit wants to respond. Yes, Lalit Ambarwal.
Madhav, can you come in now? Yeah, what is this, sir? आप तो evangelist हो गए हो. So with due regards to Colonel Saab, I think if this is the understanding of pan-Islamic menace called Kashmir Jihad and the global jihad that world is suffering today, and no wonder Pakistan is bleeding us in Kashmir. With due regards to Colonel Saab, आप तो evangelist हो गए. आप तो तबलीगी हो गए जो आप बता रहे हो. तबलीगी भी इतना नहीं बोलते जितना आप बोल रहे हो.
Yeah, let's stick to the subject. What is the argument, Lalit?
35 साल से जहाद चल रहा है. पाकिस्तान की बुनियाद My argument is like you have no understanding of what jihad is all about. Hafiz, this Munir is a typical Razakar Hafiz. And let me tell you, why is he disliked in Rawalpindi? GHQ Rawalpindi has two sections. One I call Shilwar Kameez clad generals. The other is whiskey drinking generals. Whiskey drinking generals do not like him because he's a typical Hafiz. Hafiz means he knows Quran by word, by tongue. This is what he is known as. He doesn't wear Shilwar Kameez, but he always wears Mufti. That's the only difference. Otherwise, he's no different from Mullah Umar. That let me remind you all.
Okay.
So don't take him lightly.
Let's leave it there. Let's leave it there, gentlemen. We can agree to disagree. Everyone has a right to their own perspectives. Let's at least leave it there for the moment. Colonel Shalendra Singh as well as Lalit Ambarwal, our Pakistan panelists, of course, who are here, have decided to run away because clearly faced with some tough questions from times now, they have no answers. And perhaps they will have no answers when they see what the response that India gives militarily to what Pakistan has done here, because this attack is something that is completely unacceptable. A country that's led by an individual like this, who is not just responsible for spreading terror, but also faces huge charges of corruption and nepotism. We'll have to leave it there. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for joining us this evening.